Oh, the little ominous spot. Oh. What did I just listen to? What? Oh. Was that the leader? I believe that's our leader. Nice vocals. Oh wow, we paused on the right section, guys. That's 6-pack though. Okay, is that an 8-pack? Maybe it's an 8-pack. Okay, we're just gonna say that man has not seen carbs in a while. Yo, there's a lot of 6-pack and deep voices going on. These guys did not mess around with this comeback for sure. The transition is so nice. Woo! So this group really changed, man, both in terms of visual aesthetic but also in terms of sound. This like is so mature and so different. I'm really liking this direction. Oh. That deep voice though. No. Oh, it's like butter on toast, man. Jonachim 여러분, Tony입니다. Good morning, everyone. It's Tony. So today marks the 10th mini album for the group Pentagon. It's been a hot minute since we reacted to these guys. The last time I believe was Dr. Bebe, which has been quite a while. I'll actually leave it linked in the description box if you want to check it out. But this is actually their first mini album, their first comeback since Road to Kingdom, which was a survival show that they were a part of, along featuring other boy groups that had already debuted, which are kind of like just had never really got the success that they felt they deserved because they were always like overlooked by other bigger names, and so they were trying to like reinvent themselves, kind of gain more public awareness. And I can't recall if they won. I didn't actually end up watching the series, but I know that they made it quite far and they did do a lot of new songs, and they kind of like just almost like reinvented themselves a bit, especially if you're looking at like a group say YEOONE. They kind of like went from a very flowery aesthetic to a more kind of like darker, more different aesthetic after Road to Kingdom from following their appearance there. So I'm very curious to see if in this title track titled Daisy for Pentagon they kind of do the similar thing. I know that we have like both a light side as well as kind of like a dark side, so even there we're kind of like playing along with this kind of like concept of having two different visual aesthetics and two different sounds. So I'm very excited for it, and let's just get into it. It's been a hot minute since I reacted to Pentagon. I'll leave Dr. Bebe linked in the description if you want to go check it out. But with further ado, let's get into it. This is Daisy by Pentagon. Junbi, ready, she check. Lego. So even though we have like a little bit of a darker aesthetic, there's a lot of light coming through, so it kind of has that play on like an emotional kind of uplifting song so far. Ooh. If I recall correctly, there's one member, YEOONE, I believe. He has like this really nice like 6-pack body that he like on one of the concept teasers. That's what I noticed. I mean, it's the first thing that's popped out because it's like staring me in the face when I checked out the concept teasers. Oh, the little ominous spot. Oh. What did I just listen to? What? I thought it was going in like a really dark direction, then it kind of like brought up to like a light, like gamer-esque, like happy time vibe. It like sounds really ominous here, like, and then it kind of like brightens up. I was not expecting that. Oh, who got in the car crash? WOOSEOK? Okay. I like whenever like WOOSEOK just like raps or anything, because his voice is really powerful and really like confident, and it just has a lot of stage presence to it, a lot of like just power behind it. I really like it. By the way, I don't know everybody's name, it's just that I happen to remember a few names. Actually, I think WOOSEOK's the only one I remember. This is, I believe, YEOONE with the like 6-pack and everything. I like how they're changing continuously their style of beat, and their visual concept changed a lot actually compared to like say Dr. Bebe, and like Shine obviously is super different compared to Shine. Shalala, I think it's a bit different also. Like it definitely has kind of like this flower boy aesthetic mixed at the same time, kind of like edgelords. It's pretty interesting. It almost does remind me of how like crazy the difference was from YEOONE before Road to Kingdom to then after Road to Kingdom with their comeback. It's exactly the same way here. I'm very impressed by both the song and like the visuals that we're getting from Pentagon right now. It's very different, and I really like the direction so far. The beat is keeping us on our toes. It's really changing continuously, and it's really like different throughout. Oh. Was that the leader? I believe that's our leader. I don't remember his name, obviously, but yeah, nice vocals. So it almost like, oh wow, we paused on the right section, guys. That's 6-pack though. Okay, is that an 8-pack? Maybe it's an 8-pack. Okay, we're just gonna say that man has not seen carbs in a while. But yeah, this is definitely a nice song. Very kind of like emotional and very different from what the opening gives off, because the opening gives off kind of like a darker kind of like ominous feel, especially with like that like scene where you have like the electric guitar kind of like falling into like this ominous dark beat, but then everything picks up. So I like how they're still, even though it's a very emotional song, trying to like put in some beats of like very light, bright heartedness, like giving hope almost. Ooh, who's this? Yo, there's a lot of 6-pack and deep voices going on. These guys did not mess around with this comeback for sure. So far what they've done for the last 2 sections is that they've done rapping first to open up the right after the chorus, open up the entire verses, and then they'll lead into actual high vocals. So it's like really showing up this like duality in tone from like really deep voices that they have in the group to very higher tone voices, higher pitched voices that they have in the group. So it's like something kind of like unique so far I've heard in this song. They don't usually open up everybody with a rapper and then go in. There's like a little bit of like a xylophone or like triangle or something in the background. There's like little ching ching noise. I like it. I like how it's like that's the little thing that you hear. It kind of brightens up the song. The transition is so nice because you transition into this super nice voice. Woo! Hearing no noise, just like all in a blur. Oh. This group really changed, man, both in terms of visual aesthetic but also in terms of sound. This like is so mature and so different. I'm really liking this direction. I like at the end here, when we're coming to the end of the song, they're kind of like making it more kind of like an anthem almost. They're having a lot of like stomping beats, and then they're also doing a lot of like in harmony type of sounds. Like there's a lot, all of them kind of singing one at once, because they're really emphasizing this like portion of the song. Really been enjoying this song. It's so different from their other previous works, but I really kind of like it. I think it's honestly one of my favorite songs that I've heard from Pentagon, really. That deep voice though. Cut everything out, just out of, oh, I love it when they cut everything out in any song and they just have that deep voice, just like no. Oh, it's like butter on toast, man. Leader definitely be showing off those vocal chops right there. Nice. Jeez. Okay, wait. So, love burns everything, even myself, and fades away like a smoke when I look back. Left here with pain and resentment, all I can do is muttering the lie that I hope for your tragedy. Okay, a little dark here. If emotions were light, the pain of tearing each other apart, tearing each other apart would be a chaos of colors. But when those colors come together, they shine brighter and brighter until they become a single white ray of light. Emotions are petals, each with a different shade, and these petals together bloom into a pure white daisy. In the end, we return to our most innocent state, which can lead to another beginning. Sorrow lasts a second, but what we share in our universe is eternal. It's a very deep, like, message. Very, very deep. It gets me a little emotional, honestly. Honestly, a little teary up. It very much like kind of like makes a lot of sense. Just like kind of really hits a spot, I think, especially with this song, and you can definitely see it. I guess like the entire idea of the song is kind of like a breakup, kind of like missing somebody, just like lost in your own world, kind of like from all what's happening within life and a lot of chaos. But and the same time, you can like see that in those guys, they kind of like seem like stone faced. They don't know what happened, kind of like painless to the world. So I kind of understand what this entire quote is like referencing in the song. It really makes a lot of sense in the connection. So this is, so the thing is, at the ending here, this ending like beat is kind of like very ominous, like the distorted like guitar. This is what we heard in the beginning. I don't know, it's very creepy to me that they have it here with the daisies like blooming like that, and then this is obviously saying Daisy. It's a little ominous, I'll be very honest with you guys. I'm kind of like creeped out by this little tone. If it wasn't for that, I would say that this song is very kind of like makes a, like it kind of just suits the entire beat of the song, but because of these little like modifications with the guitar and all that thing, I'm not sure if there's like a hidden intent, hidden darkness behind the song. Maybe that's what it is, but it really gives off a different vibe from what I was expecting from the song. But then it's not needless to say that once you get into the actual song, it's so good, man. It's really, really good. I love the direction that these guys are going in since seeing them last time on Dr. Bebe, and then obviously kind of missing out on their official Road to Kingdom story, their road, their path actually, and it must have been a crazy path, crazy journey, because they really, really changed up their entire vibe. It's very much more mature, very kind of like Flower Boyish, more visual oriented, but at the same time it's still very kind of like dark, so you're kind of getting that mix of like the Dr. Bebe with a bit of a lighter tone Pentagon. And I really like how they finally found this kind of like balance, because in the past they'd been going for darkness, lightness, but they never found like this one middle, I felt like, that fit them perfectly. This song in particular just really, really fits them. It's so nice to hear. I really, really enjoyed all the vocals, all the rappers, especially how they kind of like made it very unique to themselves, because they opened with rappers, then they lead into vocals on multiple occasions in this entire song after the chorus. So it really makes it stand out from everybody else's songs. Really, really, really highly enjoyed this. I definitely highly recommend that you guys go check this out, and definitely recommend that you guys go check out other Pentagon songs, because these guys definitely do deserve a lot more credit, a lot more attention than they get off. So hopefully you did enjoy this video. I'm going to leave you guys with that, because I want you guys to actually go watch this music video. But as I mentioned, if you want to go check out any other Pentagon reaction I only unfortunately have Dr. Bebe. I'll leave it linked in the description box for you guys. Hopefully you guys do check it out. It's a bit of an older video, but hopefully you still enjoy it. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, because this was a very, very fun song to listen to, very emotional, but at the same time very, very powerful, and I really, really heavily enjoyed it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. As I mentioned, thank you so much for watching. I'm Samida, and as always, if you have any comments, questions, or something you want to talk, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and I'll get to it as soon as possible. With that being said, guys, it's been Tony. 안녕히 계세요. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.